Hello friends, welcome to Dr. Dad's Astronomy Adventures informative videos. Today, let us learn an interesting fact about EKADASHI or the 11th lunar day. So let us begin by understanding what are the different phases of the moon, the different solstice or ayananth and their association with EKADASHI. We are aware that the sun and the moon plays an important role in guiding the destiny. The sun orbits the center of the Milky Way, bringing with it the planets, asteroids, comets, and other objects in our solar system. The sun is at the center of our solar system, and its gravity holds the solar system together. Everything in our solar system revolves around the sun. The sun and the earth both are orbiting around in elliptical orbits. This ecliptic celestial sphere is divided into 27 nakshatras or 27 constellations. The nakshatras or constellation are groups of prominent stars. The constellation cannot be seen in the bright sunlight, but it is indeed present behind the sun. The name of 27 nakshatras in order are as shown in the screen. The angular region of each nakshatra in celestial sphere is divided into 27 parts, where each nakshatra occupies 13.20 degrees of angular region. Looking further ahead, each nakshatra has pre-allocated Rashis or Zodiac. There are 12 Rashis or Zodiac related to the movement of a celestial body. When these 12 zodiacs or Rashis are looked from the perspective of angular region in celestial sphere, it is divided into 12 equal parts. Each zodiac or Rashi occupies 30 degrees of angular region. In order to have a visual map of zodiac and constellation in celestial sphere, we can look at each zodiac sign as segments along the elliptic plane, while constellation or nakshatra are lunar mansions or houses, where the sun passes through each and the moon visits each nakshatra and zodiac in its orbit around the earth. The 12 Rashis or zodiac signs in order are as shown in the screen. Post understanding the map of celestial sphere with zodiac and constellations, let us now look at the planetary movements. The sun takes about 365 days to go around 12 zodiac or corresponding 27 nakshatras or constellations respectively. While on the other hand, moon roughly takes just 27.5 days to complete the same circle, which means that the moon transits in a zodiac for 2.5 days, while the sun always transits in a zodiac for a month. The movement of the moon gives rise to different phases of the moon. Every night, you might have observed that the moon takes a slightly different shape in the sky. These different shapes are called the phases of the moon, and they change with a regular pattern over a period of about 30 days. The moon phases from a new moon to a full moon and back again makes the moon a powerful symbol of transformation, renewal, and rebirth. The phases of the moon are caused by the changing positions of the moon, earth, and the sun. As the moon goes around the earth, different parts of it are illuminated by the sun. But because the same side of the moon always points towards the earth, some of the illuminated part, that is, the daytime on the moon, faces away from us, and some of the non-illuminated part, that is, the nighttime on the moon, faces towards us. This gives rise to total 8 phases of the moon. The 8 phases of the moon in order are the new moon, the waxing crescent, the first quarter, the waxing gibbous, the full moon, the waning gibbous, the last quarter, and the waning crescent. The full moon occurs 2 weeks after the new moon phase. The term waxing is used for an intermediate phase when the moon's apparent shape is thickening from a new to a full moon, and the term waning is used when the shape is thinning from a full moon to a new moon. The period of the new moon is called Krishna Paksha, and the period of the full moon is called the Shukla Paksha. These two opposing phases of the moon plays an important role in the lunar calendar, astronomy, astrology, and spiritual evolution. Let us now understand the solar movement. The transmigration of sun from one zodiac to the next is known as Sankranti. There are 12 Sankrantis in a year. The entire course of sun's movement into various zodiacs is divided into two phases of 6 months each, called Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. The time when the sun is moving northward is indicated as Uttarayan. This is the period around 22nd December or 14th of January, where Makar Sankranti marks the beginning of Uttarayan and lasts for 6 months. Post the 6 months period, the sun enters the Cancer zodiac and starts its southward movement, indicated as Dakshinayan. According to Hindu calendar, the period around July 16th or July 17th marks the sun's transition into Kark Rashi or Cancer zodiac, known as Kark Sankranti. This marks the beginning of Dakshinayan. This is a 6 months period when the sun travels southwards. Now let us understand what is Ekadashi or the 11th lunar day. Ekadashi falls on the 11th day of full moon, which is the waxing phase called Shukla Paksha, which means bright. And again, Ekadashi falls on the 11th day of the new moon, which is the waning phase, or the Krishna Paksha, which means the dark. The logic behind Ekadashi falling on the 11th lunar day as compared to any other day of the moon cycle is due to the atmospheric pressure being the lowest on the Ekadashi days. On the day of Ekadashi, the moon appears roughly 3/4 full in the bright half of the lunar month, which is Shukla Paksha, while the moon will be about 3/4 dark on Ekadashi in the dark half of the lunar month, which is the Krishna Paksha. On the day of Ekadashi, which is the 11th day from full moon, the moon stays at a distance of about 135 degrees in the solar path. This causes lesser gravitational force and thus resulting in lesser atmospheric pressure. This could be understood with an example that at a very high altitudes, the atmospheric pressure is low. As the pressure decreases, the amount of available oxygen is also low. This can cause people to become sick or even die. In Hinduism, the day of Ekadashi is considered very auspicious and is the best time to fast and cleanse our bodies. The primary purpose of fasting on Ekadashi is to gain control over the mind and bodily senses and channel it towards the spiritual progression. There are 24 Ekadashis in a year. The importance of Dev-Shayani Ekadashi, which always comes after the famous Puri Jagannath Rath Yatra and falls on the 11th day of Shukla Paksha, that is the fortnight of the waxing moon phase in the month of Ashadha, June and July, is that the Ekadashi is dedicated to Lord Vishnu, the protector Lord of the realm. It is believed that Lord Vishnu goes to deep meditation in his cosmic realm for 4 months. This 4-month period is also called as Chaturmas, the period when it rains. This is also the time when the sun transitions into Kark Rashi or Cancer zodiac and marks the end of 6 months Uttarayan period and begins moving towards the south direction called Dakshinayan. This state of deep meditation ends with Makar Sankranti when the sun starts its northward journey called Uttarayan. I hope you find this information helpful. Please like, share and subscribe for more such information in future. Thanks for watching.